Griffin Jacks 1 out away from getting out of the 8th inning. This little dribbler past the kind of drawn-in infield there goes for a double for C.J. Abrams. Jacks also gets another ground ball that just gets by the outstretched arm of Jose Miranda to score Abrams from second to tie the game. That throw from Larnick from the outfield allows the go-ahead run to advance to second, which then allows a simple dump into the outfield to score the go-ahead run, and that's how it was. The Nationals scored a run in the 7th and 2 in the 8th. Twins lose 3-2 to the Washington Nationals at home. The lineup didn't do a whole lot. The pitching staff, I mean, we could have AI do these recaps at this point. You just write one script and copy and paste the thing. Tyler Mahle pitched great. I think it's hard to say Jacks didn't pitch well, but, those runs come across. The weather was obviously terrible, but you got to find a way. You have to find a way to win these games. You have to compete. The weather's the same for everybody. That's not an excuse. The Twins absolutely need to come back and win these next 2 games against the Nationals. They cannot lose a home series to Washington. That's by far the worst loss of the year to me. I'm extra annoyed because of these transactions that went down. Edouard Julien was expecting him to go down when Jorge Polanco came back. But Jorge Alcala, man, this is the guy that's got to go down. This is the guy who's got to eat it from the mess of what's been going on with the bullpen. Very frustrated by that. I understand that in a vacuum, but this is a guy that you've thrown into some weird long relief role, and that he and not Pagan or Moran is the one that's got to go. We got to move on. Much more fun things to talk about on the minor league side. Matt Wallner here. This was maybe the best batter timeout I've seen so far of the pitch clock era. Horrible strike 2 call. So bad he's like, I got to regain my composure. I gotta take a second. Takes a breath. You see bases juiced here. 2 outs, 2 strikes on Matt Wallner. Comes back, very next pitch, hits it out of the stadium for a grand slam. He had a big night for the Saints tonight offensively, but it went into extra innings. And they needed a hero. But, man, take another look at that Wallner moonshot. Love that out of him. Composing himself, coming back, and then he's got the big forearm smash and the muscle kisses, and he was feeling it, man. Kyle Garlick, always feeling it. Kyle Garlick, baby. The Saints down 2 runs in the bottom of the 11th inning, and he sends one deep into the night to walk this off for the Saints. And I know coming around 30, he's thinking, oh, God, I hope they don't have the ice bucket. I hope they don't have the big Gatorade ice water. And there was some water, but not the big one. This was in St. Paul, also very cold over there, obviously. So Kyle Garlick played the hero for the Saints tonight in a wild game for them. 11-9 victory, I think, is what it came down to. Moving on to Double-A. Going to take a look at a home run here from Jake Rucker. That he sends. This was a shot. This went up and over the stands into that bar area. And, to be honest, I think Jake Rucker might have appreciated this home run a bit. Seemed like that took him quite a while to get to second base there. This is got a one-shot highlight, not cut up at all. Maybe enjoyed watching that one go. Maybe he took his time around the bases a little bit. I mentioned that because the very next pitch goes into Junior Severino's ribs. So that's something to keep in the back of your mind regarding the Wind Surge Drillers games here. Nothing came of that to my knowledge tonight, but 2 more Wind Surge hitters got hit by pitches. Anyway, moving on to Cedar Rapids, Marco Raya with his first start of 2023. His first start as a Cedar Rapids Colonel. And we're just going to go through every single pitch of the first inning here because he strikes out the side in order. And because I just haven't had a lot of opportunities to share highlights of this guy. Having pitched in Fort Myers prior to this. A guy who was in that weird short 2020 draft, drafted out of high school in Texas. Still only 20 years old. So the Twins are going to be very careful with him. That's why his 2023 debut has been delayed a bit. Some arm concerns, just keeping him back, trying to limit the fatigue on him. But pitched great again out of the gate. Did end up struggling 2 2/3 innings, only 1 hit, but 2 runs on 3 walks and 4 strikeouts. Probably knocking off some rust. Here is catcher Noah Cardenas hitting a triple. This is a guy off to a bit of a slow start in his first chance with the Colonels, but He had like a 421 on base percentage with the Mighty Muscles last year. So a guy who definitely can add some offense for as a catcher, especially as Noah Cardenas. So moving on again, we're going to take a look at the Mighty Muscles, who won in a blowout tonight, 13-2. You see there lots of crooked numbers there. Jorel Ortega had 2 doubles in this one, drove in 4 runs. See, Danny De Andrade had a 3-hit night. He's a big prospect in the system. Another big night for Andrew Cassetti as well, 2 for 2 with 2 walks. Then on the pitching side, that's Jose Olivares, a 20-year-old right-hander out of Venezuela, who had a nice outing, 5 2/3 innings, only 1 run allowed, 4 strikeouts and a walk. Pitching staff getting it done there. Thanks so much for watching this video. Thank you to all the members for sponsoring this video. And here are the premium members. We'll talk again soon.